Hey, it's Mrs. Golding. Today I'm in section 7-5, and this is page 564 in your textbook, and this is problem 1 and 3 in the guided practice. Okay, so in this section, we're working with equations using division. And so those inverse operations are still going to apply, and we know the inverse or the opposite operation of division is multiplication. So in an equation, we undo division by multiplying, right? So this is like a fact family, one of those triangles that you would have had in elementary school. We know that something divided by 6 is 10. That's what number 1 says. Something divided by 6 is equal to 10. Well, that's the same as saying 6 times 10 is 60, right? So we know that m is equal to 60. The way that we would write that algebraically is we would undo your division by multiplying both sides by 6. Remember, as long as you do the same thing to each side of the equation, it remains equal. And this is the multiplication property of equality and the division property of equality, right? Okay, because look, 6 over 1 times m over 6, 6 and 6 are both divisible by 6 and they become 1. So we're just left with m. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to isolate the variable. That's why we're doing all this inverse stuff. And 6 times 10 is 60. Think about that fact family, right? That triangle. The triangle in elementary school looked like this. And you had, for this one, it might have a 60 on the top, and then it might have a 10 here and a 6 here. And you knew that this right here, the operation here, 10 divided by 6, I'm sorry, 60 divided by 10 is 6. 60 divided by 6 is 10, and 10 times 6 is 60. Those fact families, those triangles that your parents might have said, why are we cutting these out? This is so terrible. I remember because I did it. It's really to prepare you for solving equations using those inverse operations. So what would we do for number 2? This is the same deal. Something, we're going to call V, divided by 13 is equal to 14. So that something is going to be 13 times 14, right? Now, you can do your standard algorithm, 13 times 14. If you're staying with grandma, grandpa, or somebody while mom and dad are working, somebody's working, or whoever, whatever you're doing, and they talk about this new math, right? We still do this. So you can absolutely use that standard algorithm, multiply it out, or get rid of Mrs. Golding's head. Remember, this is the same as decomposing these numbers. 10 plus 3 times 10 plus 4. And again, I like to do things differently sometimes because I just get bored. What's 10 times 10? 100. 10 times 3 is 30. And this is like an area model. I'm just finding the area of this box, 10 by 3, right? It's not a very good model. This should be longer than this, whatever. 10 times 4 is 40, and 4 times 3 is 12. 140, 50, 60, 70, 82, right? 182. If you use the standard algorithm, you're going to get the same thing. So V for number 3 is equal to 182. Okay, so remember those inverse operations. The opposite or the inverse of multiplication is division. The inverse or opposite of division is multiplication. Yay! All right, see you soon.